Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing the small booktuber tag. So I was tagged to do this by the Bookish Raider, and I will link her channel down below. So this is just a tag for small booktubers, as it says in the name. So let's get on with the questions. So the first question, or more prompt, is to introduce yourself. And so, hi everyone, I'm Ebony, and my channel is Butterflies on My Bookshelf. Question 2 is, how long have you been on BookTube? I started my BookTube channel, I think, last September, so if I can do math. About 8 months, I think, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Question 3 is, what types of videos do you make? Well, I'm a booktuber, so obviously I make videos about books. Typically I do like TBRs and book hauls and unhauls. I haven't done any unhauls yet, but I want to. And wrap-ups and organizing my bookshelf, but I also do a little bit of other videos, just videos that I thought might be fun to do. I do this thing called Talk Tuesday, and that's where the last Tuesday of every month I post a video that's like not necessarily book related. It can be book related if we want to talk about books, but it can be other things too. So my first Talk Tuesday was about how I picked my college and my major, and I will link that above. And my last Talk Tuesday was about the craziness of the whole world right now and what I was having to do, kind of like a life update type situation, and what happened with my college and just all those crazy things. In the future for Talk Tuesdays, I plan on doing like a top 10 movies that was suggested by Tiffy, I believe. Maybe like top 10 songs of all time, and I want to do do a ranking of Mario Kart maps, but specifically for Double Dash, which is for GameCube, because I play that a lot with my boyfriend. I'm just trying to figure out like the logistics of recording like the screen and then like, you know how like gaming channels do? I don't do that because like obviously I'm a booktuber. So like I don't know how to do that. If you have any suggestions for future Talk Tuesdays, leave them down below because I will be sure to do them, because I want Talk Tuesdays to be more of a like you get to know me personally type of video instead of just me talking about books all the time, which is fun, but I wanted to do other types of videos too. And then, I don't do this yet, but I'm planning on in the summer to do weekly reading vlogs as well, which again is kind of like book related, but I want to vlog more. I feel like vlogging is a lot of fun, so you hopefully get to know me better through the vlogs as well, and my daily life. I'm just not doing them right now because I have school, and I think doing more than one video a week would get kind of hectic for editing wise. I'm not doing them now, but as soon as school gets out, I for sure will get to doing that because that's something I've always wanted to do. Question 4 is, what do you love about BookTube? I personally love the community. I'm part of 2 different BookTube support groups, one on Twitter and one on Instagram, and we just like post our videos in like a playlist, and we watch each other's, and we like have fun, and we like talk to each other, we comment, and we have conversations through the comments or through Twitter. And I love book Twitter. That thing is amazing. I can like scroll through it for hours and just like liking people's stuff and retweeting and just seeing what people are reading. Like, I love that. So like, I think in the bookternet, my favorite part is the community, because everybody is so outgoing and creative, and they're very supportive, and that's always fun. And I've met some really good friends through BookTube. I have a friend, her name is Elizabeth, that I buddy read the Grisha trilogy with, and she's amazing. I'll link her Instagram down below, and then I have a friend named Faith, who I talk to a lot as well, and I'll link her YouTube video down below. Like, I have met lots of people through BookTube, and it's just like, I've never had very many friends who like reading, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are in the same boat as me. So finally being able to talk to people about books and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened, to people who actually understand and have read the book, that is like amazing, and I love that. Question 5 is, what types of books do you read? I am personally a huge contemporary fan. I have a lot of contemporary books on my shelf, and like you can even see some, like most of the books in this area are contemporary, but I also do like some fantasy and magical realism. I'm more into magical realism than I am fantasy. I have like a love-hate relationship with fantasy because for some reason I can only get into a fantasy that I have already had exposure to like when I was younger. For example, like Vampire Academy or Hunger Games isn't necessarily, it's like dystopian, but Harry Potter and like all those series that I read when I was younger, and so like I'm able to reread them fine, but I just have a hard time like getting into new fantasy. I recently read the Grisha trilogy. I actually have the 3rd book right here because it's a library book and I haven't returned it yet. But I just finished reading the whole trilogy, and it was really hard for me to get into, and it was kind of hard for me to read in general. It wasn't like super, I mean it was still good, it just wasn't like my thing, you know? I just have a hard time with getting into really high fantasy, like I just don't like world building that much, I think is my issue, and I like knowing what the world is. I don't like the learning process, I just like knowing it. It's weird. So I think like in the future I could probably read fantasies if I had seen the movie first. Like if there was a movie for it and I'd seen it, and then I could probably get into it really easily because I already would know the world, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Also, for the types of books I like, I also really enjoy eating disorder books. It's kind of like a weird like guilty pleasure, I guess you could say. So like a lot of my books right here are eating disorders, so like Thin, Winter Girls, which is my favorite book, and Never Enough, and Love and Other Carnivorous Plants, and then here's another copy of Winter Girls. So like I really enjoy books that are about eating disorders, and I don't know why that is, I just find them fun to read. They're just like a fascinating concept. So if you have any eating disorder book recommendations, please leave them down below because I'm always looking for more. Question 6 is, what's your favorite video that you've ever made? And that is a tough one because like a lot of my older videos, like from like 4, 5, 6 months ago, those ones are kind of like cringy and I don't like watching them. I recently filmed a Books I Don't Talk About Enough on my channel, so maybe that one, I think, and I'll link that one. I also really love doing my 24-hour readathons with my friends. I just filmed a new one with my friend Lexi, and I will link it. Okay, and so the last question / prompt is to tag 4 small booktubers. So I tag Faith at Faithland Author, I tag Bookish Reads, Ray Logs and Vlogs, and Ellis Book World. So you guys, make sure you do this video. I can't wait to check out what you guys make. But that's it for today's video, guys. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a like and also consider subscribing if you aren't already. I post new videos on Fridays at 5 p.m. Central Time. If you want to follow me on social media, all my links are in the description box down below as always. But that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!